Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first part of creating a star. This is a 5-pointed star that you're going to be able to create if you go on this track of the video. So we're looking at part 1, and the first thing we're going to do is create a spinner using proportional reasoning. What I mean by a spinner is what looks sort of like, well, I'll show you what we're going to create. We're going to create this guy, a circle that's split into 10 equal parts, okay? So I'm hoping you can see everything clearly enough, okay? Because what we're gonna do is we need to create a circle first that's 4 inches large. The radius is gonna be 4 inches. So that's the first thing I'm gonna do here. And I'm gonna do it pretty quick because you should have been cleared with this before. So if you're confused right now, you need to go back and watch another video. I'm going to the center here, and then I'm gonna go to my 4-inch radius, and I'm gonna create a circle going all the way around. I just need to make sure I hold my left hand, or whatever hand is holding the centerpiece down, holding that down real good. And what I want to do is I want to split this circle into 10 equal parts. Okay, so one way I can do that is I can set up a proportion. So 10 equal parts mean I want to find out what 1/10 of the whole circle would be. And since there are 360 degrees in the whole circle, if I set up a proportion that has 1/10 and I compare it with 360 degrees, we've done this when we were trying to, I'm sorry, got my fingers out of the way there. We've done this when we're trying to find a percent. What number can multiply to be this number? So what number times 10 is 360? Or I can find that by dividing 360 by 10, and I would get 36 as the answer. So if I multiply the top and the bottom of this ratio by 36, or this fraction, I would get 36 degrees. So what I need to have 1/10 of a circle is I need to have 36 degrees over and over and over again going around the circle. Okay. Another way to think about this is our input-output proportional equation. So what I want is I want the output, I want my total degrees to be 360, and I want to have 10 angles that get me there. Because what I want is I want to split it up into 10 equal parts. So there's my 10 angles, and I want to find out how large of an angle will multiply times 10 to be 360. It's really the same thing that we did back over here, right? Okay, so if I was going to solve this using inverse operations, I'd divide both sides by 10 and I'd get 36. So I'm just showing you different ways to look at the same situation, okay? We can look at a proportion, or we can look at an equation here, okay? But the point is that I need to make 36-degree angles all the way around this circle. So what am I going to do? I'm going to line up. I put the center point right there in the middle. I line up the bottom line here, and I can do this a couple different ways, okay? First of all, I can go up 36 degrees, or I can go 30 degrees and count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 36 degrees. If I wanted to check this, I can multiply out. I got 36 degrees, that'd be one angle that's at 36 degrees. If I multiplied that times 2, I'd have 72 degrees. Times 3 would give me 108 degrees. So what I can use is I can use this idea to go around and do 36 degrees, 72 degrees, and 108 degrees. And then what I can do is I can shift the paper, and I could shift it a couple times actually. Does that look right? Something looks a little off there. Let me check what I got going on. Oh, I went too big on the last one, so I'm going to come back. Okay, that's not 108 degrees. Here's 108 degrees. There's 100, and I come up here and count 8 more. There's 108 degrees. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a line. I'm going to go with this second line so I could sort of cheat this. Okay, I'm going to create a line here, and I can keep measuring around the circle. So I've got, it's lined up there, it's perfectly lined up here, and so I've got 36 degrees, I already marked that. 72 degrees is another 36, and then I have that line here, 36. Another 36 degrees is 108 degrees, gets me right back to that point. It's already marked. That's the advantage of splitting it into into an even number. Since I'm splitting this in 10, I should be able to join lines straight across. So what I do, just like with the reflex angle, I can come around, I can keep going around the circle here, and I've got 36 degrees. There's 30 and another 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can mark that. And what I'm doing, I could do it and make this take a little longer. I don't want to, but I'm going to show you what you could do if you're getting confused. This is a 36 degree angle. Okay, and I could go right to that and do another 36 degree angle if I wanted to. I'm just getting a few angles done at the same time because I'd rather mark instead of having to write a line, find the angle, write a line, find the angle, and do that 10 times. I can create marks along the way. So I'm going to go ahead and finish marking this. 72 degrees and 108 will finish it off. And I'm almost done making the spinner. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up the ruler and go right through my line, through the point. And since I've split this into 10 equal parts, I should be able to line up all 3 of my points here. And let me see if you can see that. Okay, so you could focus in on these 2, but it also goes through that 3rd point. And I'm being a little sloppy there. I don't want to do that. Okay, there's 1. There's 2. And I've got 1 more to go. Oh, now I've got 2 more to go. I've got to finish this guy. You can see I'm lining it up with the center and with the line that I've got there. And we're almost done with creating a spinner. Okay, this is tricky. Okay, so I've got my spinner. I just did 10 equal parts, and that's the first step that I need to do to make a star. I'm all flipped over and upside down. Either way, it's 36 degrees, 36 degrees, 36 degrees, 36 degrees, 36 degrees. When you add that all up, it creates the whole circle, 360 degrees. So that's part 1. I'll see you on part 2.